little father and son competition here. Let's see what the young blood has to offer. You know,
Clothing
OG over
for the
here
new
been
world.
doing this for a while. But you know how it is, sooner or later you gotta pass the baton over to the next generation. So you know, I got my prodigy here, my son. You know, they said the apple don't fall too far from the tree, and I think you can see that. You know, the boy hasn't even touched weights yet, and the boy is already jacked. I wasn't even like that when I was his age. Well, I was, to be honest, but I had to work for mine. Shit, I was lifting weights when I was like 14. See, my mama always said that's why I was short, because I completely destroyed my height because of the weights, you know? But she might be right, but you know, I beg to differ since she's only about 4 feet tall. Mama, I think I took after you. They always blame me for looking just like you. You know, I hated that when I was a kid. You wanted to fight me, you better say that. I look like my mama. Oh, I tell you. So here it is. Here's my son. Look at those abs. Okay. Now, you know, I'm trying to show the kid how to contract the abs. And you know, you could have abs, but if you don't know how to contract them, you can't show them. You see what I'm saying, right? And most people who have abs, they don't always have the six-pack showing, okay? You eat a meal, your stomach gets bloated. You understand? You get that drum-looking stomach, you know? You still got your six-pack. It's just that your stomach will swell. I mean, you're putting food in your stomach, what do you expect, right? But here's the thing. As long as you keep the body fat down, it doesn't matter whether your stomach is bloated right now or not, because that you're gonna digest that food, you're gonna shit it out, you're gonna piss out all that water and all that liquid that you've been taking in. And guess what? That's how we get in shape in fat for bodybuilding shows. We get rid of the fat and the water and so forth. It's a whole science in itself. But look at the kid, okay? Now that's from the Anatomic core training system. I haven't shown you guys any of my secret shit how I do this, okay? Believe me, it takes me only 5 minutes to do my abs, and I do my abs only maybe twice a week, because if I was to do them every day, they would be sick. I would be fucking, I mean, and I think I'm gonna do that in the next couple of months, but I'm gonna take you guys there slowly and surely. But I am giving my, well, actually thanks to my son, because he's been very interested nowadays in the ab training. You know, until lately we've been doing a lot of, you know, football training. You know, he's a superstar, you know, athlete of the year 2023, 2024, and we're about 2025 athlete of the year. Is that what it says over here? What does that say over there? You see that? That's what we're talking about. 2023, 24, 25, not only in football but also in rugby. And I'm telling you, no weights. I told this coach, all his coaches, no weights. I will teach that. I am the expert when it comes to weights. So don't let I will know when it's the right time. Right now the boy is peaking, he's growing naturally, he's getting tall. You know, I don't want his grandmother blaming me. If he ever got shot like me, she's gonna blame the weights. But he hasn't touched any weights, and look, he's taller than me, and I want him to get as tall as possible. But I want him to grow naturally until he stops growing, you know. And then we can get into the weights and take it from there. Otherwise we'd be interfering with nature, right? I'm trying to show him how to flex the muscles. Again, the same thing with your muscles, right? The abs are no different. You can have all the muscles in the world, but if you don't know how to showcase those muscles, well, they're not functional. That means that, and a lot of guys are out there, they can't move, they can't fight, they can't run, they can't lift other things. All they can do is lift weights. You get them to lift a furniture, get them to lift a table, a chair, they can't even grip it. It's just uselessness. We want our muscles to be functional. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And listen, by the way, that begins with the core. Everything begins with the core, believe it or not. If you train your core, everything falls into place. The problem is everybody focuses on everything else except for the core. The core is an afterthought, but that should be the number one focus. That's why they call it the core, right? It's like what? When you're building a house, a skyscraper, what do? You build the core first, okay? We carpenters, we know that, okay? When I built the CIBC Tower downtown Toronto, we built the core, the elevator system first, inside, the core, and then everything on the floor spread out after. Subscribe, subscribe. You gotta build the body the same way. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I love you. Hey, membership has its privileges. Anatomic Anatomic Health and Fitness. Listen, I have the secrets. I've been doing this for a long time, over 40 years in this business. I'm going to my 60s. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. You need help? Holler at your boy. I'll be more than glad to help you. Easy for me to get in shape. You know what? Harder for me to get you in shape, but it's a great fucking honor for me to do that. Yeah, that gives me great satisfaction, probably more great satisfaction than you yourself, you know, getting yourself in shape by yourself, or whether we work together or not. I get more satisfaction out of it than you do, probably. Okay, so I'm your guy. Give me a call through my YouTube channel, Instagram. My Instagram has been deleted, but now I'm beginning to rebuild it again. You know how the system is, man. They don't like some of the things that we say because we're kind of very real and straightforward about certain things. We don't play around. But you know, they try to censor a lot of us. But nonetheless, you know what? Sometimes that's why non-verbal communication is the best. So you see, you walk into the place, you're looking good, and your presence is felt without you even saying a word. You feel me? Damn right. Let's go. Yep.
Nos Vestis.
Let's go.
Clothing
Let's go.
for the new world.